Our bodies are elaborate organisms that operate at maximum capacity when in a state of equilibrium that allows for spiritual ascension. It's called raising one's vibration and aligning the energy centers of the body. The mind which sits upon the throne of such a body in this higher state is capable of working miracles. So, how do we achieve this higher state of mind and body, equilibrium, where we have such a power? That's the true secret of alchemy and the art of transmuting sexual energy. When we deplete our vital essence and energy in gratuitous sex or autoerotism, we lose this state of mind. We become trapped in a downward spiral. Semen retention is as serious as saving a young man's life at times. Today we will learn about the truth of sexual transmutation or alchemy. We will talk about Lilith or Kali, which is the dark aspect of the divine feminine, and we explore brahmacharya as well as sexual alchemy for some practical wisdom. So be sure to watch till the end and join us on this journey by subscribing to our channel. Let's delve into the beyond. The moment you set yourself on your path towards true and serious spiritual growth, sexual transmutation becomes a necessary stepping stone. For men, that's when semen retention is a necessary milestone. Historical figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Beethoven, Nikola Tesla, Swami Vivekananda, and modern high-functional figures like Elon Musk practiced semen retention and sexual transmutation. They believed conserving sexual energy could enhance creativity and spiritual growth. Leonardo's diverse talents, Beethoven's divine music, Tesla's inventions, Vivekananda's spiritual teachings, and Elon Musk's impressive entrepreneurial career demonstrate the potential of channeling sexual energy for higher purposes. By abstaining from ejaculation, they aim to conserve creative energy for their respective pursuits, be it art, science, or spiritual enlightenment. Their disciplined approach underscores how sexual transmutation can fuel personal and creative development on the path to self-realization. Our sexuality and spirituality are one and the same, we just fail to see it because we lack a holistic perspective. This lack of perspective is a symptom of the current historical trends that distorted sexuality, making it a commodity. It's a symptom of our lust to consume our spiritual essence. What we fail to realize is that we are the ones consumed. The flame that makes us glow and provides sustenance to us becomes the same fire that burns us when we abuse it. When a man loses his seed, forces external to him consume his fire, leaving him drained. These forces are demonic in their nature, and they manifest as pornographic imagery and fantasies. In Kabbalah, Lilith is a figure often associated with aspects of feminine power and sexuality. According to some interpretations, Lilith is seen as a dark, rebellious force, often depicted as Adam's first wife in Jewish folklore, who refused to submit to him and was subsequently banished from Eden. She's sometimes portrayed as a seductress or a demon associated with sexual temptation and nocturnal emissions. One credible source that delves into the symbolism of Lilith in Kabbalah is Gershom Scholem, a renowned scholar of Jewish mysticism. In his work, Major Trends in Jewish Mysticism, Scholem explores the multifaceted nature of Lilith within the context of Kabbalistic thought. According to Scholem, Lilith is often associated with the concept of the other or the shadow in Kabbalah. She represents the aspects of the feminine that are marginalized or repressed within masculine structures, embodying qualities such as independence, rebellion, and sexual potency. Lilith is very prominent as a symbol among women's liberation movements for these reasons. In the Kabbalistic understanding of the cosmos, there exists a balance of opposing forces known as the Sephirot, which are divine emanations representing different aspects of the divine. Lilith's position as the shadow of the 10th Sephirah, Malkuth, the kingdom, signifies a disruption to this equilibrium. She disrupts the established order by representing the untamed aspects of the divine feminine. Lilith manifests everywhere in our daily lives, especially across social media and adult websites. It's easy to give in to this powerful energy that can control one's behavior, leading to addiction. The practice of sexual transmutation is about confronting and harnessing this primal aspect of human sexuality rather than suppressing or wasting it. In Hinduism, the concept of sexual energy and its transmutation is deeply rooted in the spiritual practices of Tantra and yoga. Tantra emphasizes the integration of all aspects of life, including sexuality, into spiritual practice, while yoga provides methods for controlling and directing energy, including sexual energy, towards spiritual ends. Within this framework, semen retention, known as brahmacharya, is recognized as a significant aspect of spiritual discipline. It involves conserving and channeling sexual energy rather than dissipating it through ejaculation. This practice promotes physical vitality, mental clarity, and spiritual growth. In Hinduism, the divine feminine energy is personified as Shakti, the primordial cosmic energy that permeates the universe and sustains all creation. The concept of Shakti is central to Tantra, where it is understood as the dynamic and creative force underlying the entire cosmos. Shakti is often depicted as a goddess, such as Durga, Parvati, or Kali, who embodies various aspects of feminine power, including creation, destruction, and transformation. We can say that Kali and Lilith represent the same shadowy divine presence with different names from different traditions. If you would like to know more about these parallels between the different traditions in a future video, leave a comment down below. The story of Shakti's awakening is a central theme in Hindu mythology, particularly in the tale of Shiva and Parvati. According to the myth, Shiva, the supreme deity, remains in a state of deep meditation, detached from the world. Parvati, his divine consort and embodiment of Shakti, yearns for Shiva's attention and sets out to awaken him from his trance. In her quest to unite with Shiva, Parvati undergoes rigorous spiritual practices and asceticism, symbolizing the discipline, control, and transmutation of her own energies. Through her devotion and perseverance, she awakens the dormant Kundalini energy, represented as a coiled serpent at the base of the spine. As the Kundalini rises through the chakras, or energy centers within the subtle body, Parvati's consciousness expands, and she attains union with Shiva. The story of Shakti's awakening serves as an allegory for the spiritual journey of devotion. It emphasizes the importance of harnessing and directing one's energy, including sexual energy, towards higher spiritual ends. By practicing disciplines such as semen retention and other forms of brahmacharya, practitioners aim to awaken their own inner Shakti and achieve union with the divine, which is what the word yoga means. So, what's the essence of this practice? How do we transmute this vital energy and achieve union? Sexual alchemy, as espoused by Samael and Woer, is a practice rooted in the ancient wisdom of alchemy and esoteric traditions. It involves the transformation of sexual energy into spiritual energy through conscious and disciplined practices. He says, "All the books of alchemy have been written in codes, and whosoever does not know the codes of sexual magic cannot understand the books of alchemy." According to Woer, the sexual act has the potential to be a sacred and transformative experience when approached with reverence and understanding. In his treatise of sexual alchemy, Master Samael writes, "The ancient alchemists stated, 'Let your fire be tranquil and gentle. Let it be kept as this each day, always uniform, without being weak. If this is not so, it will cause great damage.' The fire becomes weak and even extinguished when the alchemist ejaculates the semen. The alchemist then fails in the great work." Central to sexual alchemy is sacred sexual union, which aims to unite the masculine and feminine energies within oneself and with a partner. Sexual fire or energy is consciously harnessed and directed upwards through the subtle energy channels of the body, rather than being dissipated through ejaculation or orgasm. This upward movement of energy leads to the awakening of the Kundalini and the expansion of consciousness. Master Samael writes, "The Kundalini is the fire from the semen." In the framework of sexual alchemy, Perfecting the stone is the culmination of the alchemical process, where the base elements of human nature are transformed into the Philosopher's stone, the symbol of awakening and self-mastery. Samael Woer emphasizes the importance of cultivating virtues such as chastity, love, and compassion in one's relationships, and sexual practices as essential steps towards perfecting the stone. Samael writes, "The ascension of the Kundalini depends on the merits of the heart. By purifying the mind and heart through these virtues, we create the necessary conditions for the transmutation of lustful energy into the energy of loving awareness. Through dedicated practice and inner work, practitioners gradually refine and elevate their consciousness. The practice of sexual alchemy requires discipline, self-awareness, and dedication. It involves various techniques such as meditation, visualization, breath work, and physical exercises to awaken and control the flow of energy within the body." In esoteric teachings, the sexual organs are often symbolically associated with the elements of fire and water, representing the masculine and feminine energies, respectively. The union of these energies is likened to the alchemical process of combining opposites to achieve spiritual transformation. For those who are single and wish to delve into the practice of sexual alchemy or Tantra, it's crucial to approach these practices with maturity and self-awareness. Firstly, cultivating self-awareness entails delving into your own desires, motivations, and emotional patterns surrounding sexuality. This involves acknowledging and understanding your own sexual energy, as well as the potential for its transformation. Embracing chastity in this context doesn't necessarily mean complete abstinence, but rather practicing moderation and mindfulness in sexual expression. Samael writes, "When the virile member is withdrawn from the vagina, without spilling the semen, without reaching the orgasm, the semen then rises through the two ganglionic cords to the chalice, the brain. These two ganglionic cords are known in the Orient as Ida and Pingala. Ida is the ganglionic cord of the right, Pingala is the ganglionic cord of the left. The semen rises to the head through these two nervous channels when we restrain the animal impulse." In this journey, the partners embody the archetypal energies of Shiva and Kali. Shiva represents pure consciousness, detached and serene, while Kali embodies the raw primal energy of creation and destruction. As the partners engage in the practice, they recognize and honor the divine presence within each other, embodying the sacred union of masculine and feminine energies. As the energy ascends, it passes through the heart chakra, where love, compassion, and unity are experienced. It then continues upwards towards the higher chakras, culminating in the union of Shiva and Shakti at the crown chakra, symbolizing the integration of divine consciousness and cosmic energy. During this process, it is essential to refrain from reaching orgasm, as it disrupts the upward flow of energy and hinders the alchemical transformation. Instead, the focus is on prolonging and intensifying the experience of union, allowing the energy to ascend freely and harmoniously. In the moment of realization, Kali, representing the primal energy of the divine feminine, recognizes the sacredness of Shiva's presence within herself. She acknowledges her reverence for Shiva and his role as the embodiment of pure consciousness. In this recognition, Kali transcends her primal nature and merges with Shiva, becoming Shakti once again, the divine creative power that sustains the universe. So, the point is, why would anyone not want to experience that sense of bliss by wasting one's vital energy through orgasms? French people call the orgasm la petite morte, which means a little death. The orgasm is essentially a little death. Every time one reaches that electric shock of orgasm, which feels pleasurable momentarily, it's a little death. It's like giving in to the power of decay and destruction, not to mention losing one's semen to fleeting pleasure that doesn't serve life or the sustenance of life. There has to be a balance, a sense of equilibrium. What's even more interesting about semen retention is that the more you persist in the practice, the more you find true love beyond lust or sex. Sex becomes a complementary thing that only adds more delight to your life. It becomes sexual alchemy, which is a form of divine duty. To wrap up, practicing semen retention and sexual alchemy significantly improves your life. Studies published in reputable journals have found that abstaining from ejaculation increases testosterone baseline levels, which in turn improves your mood and enhances cognitive function. Additionally, there's evidence suggesting that practicing semen retention is associated with increased activity in brain regions linked to emotional regulation and well-being. Having the willpower to control your sexual urges becomes easier. This practice boosts your willpower in other areas too, helping you overcome life's challenges with strength and resilience. Practicing sexual alchemy with intention and maturity unlocks your evolutionary potential as a human being and divine being. We hope you found gnosis in this video. If you like this video, please like and comment on this video. Thank you for watching.